Hi, I'm Marnie from Lifecycle Insights, excited to show you an overview of the platform today. Lifecycle Insights was built to automate the QBR reporting process, align risk assessments to connect the business pain to the technology budget itself, and to help present and sell to execs, not techs. So let's go ahead and dive in. As you can see, we have a dashboard in front of us that aligns with our client creative designs. We could easily toggle back and forth between our clients. But let's take a look at the first couple of tiles, the data quality score and the missing data fields tile. And let's talk about how we landed there. So we integrate with a couple different options of ConnectWise Manage, Data Autotask, Synchro, and IT Glue that will pull asset information over. We also integrate with Microsoft 365 for user interface, user information. So when we take a look at those integrations, we will go out and pull back your configurations for asset types so that we can do warranty lookups. So we will do warranty lookups on Dell, Lenovo, HP, Microsoft Surface, Cisco, Meraki, and SmartNet. That list is always growing, so check back in with us as we take partner recommendations on who we should integrate with. But we pull that warranty information over and purchase date in order to be able to project a budget forecast. So let's dive into the asset list. So after we have presented sort of missing information, we can help you get that cleaned up. We've got some tips and tricks around that. We pull this information into an asset list. So you can see in the last columns, I have replacement cost and the age of the device. So you can use your company policies to establish replacement costs across all of your clients. You can customize them for a single client, or you can even dive into an individual asset and use that to maybe the CEO has a Mac and everyone else's PC and their replacement cost is more expensive. I'm going to hover over the warranty details so you can really take a look at what we pull. So we'll go back and look up warranties when you get close to renewal dates to see if you've gotten a new warranty for them. And we use this information, as you can see, to color code reports, which makes it easy for reporting. So we use the stoplight method of coloring. So green is good, red is bad, yellow is in the middle. So red means expired devices. Yellow is devices that are approaching end of life. Green is that they're healthy, and blue is where you're missing information. As I mentioned, we give you lots of ways to increase your data quality because those could be missing opportunities for your business and really some security issues for your clients. So we use these colors in order to swatch out what we don't want to look at. So for example, if I was interested in removing old operating systems, I might want to take out and not look at green, yellow, and blue and look at the old devices so I could see these are the ones I really want to talk about in my next business review for replacing. You can also ask questions like, where are my warranties expiring, but my devices are not at end of life? You may choose for the devices that are at end of life in a month or two to just go without a new warranty. But for the devices that have 2 more years left, you should, upgrade a warranty for that one. So it gives you lots of opportunity to present this information to your clients. We can always download to CSV or Word, which lets us edit and present in a nice view for your clients. So that's the asset list. Also, we similarly work with the user list. So again, this connects your main integration, which in case of this demo site is ConnectWise, and your Microsoft 365. So you can ask, why are there devices in ConnectWise that are not, or users in ConnectWise that are not in Microsoft 365, and the reverse. You can look at when their last activity date was. Maybe they've never logged in. Are there licenses and passwords out there that you need to wrangle in and do a cleanup? So we also, as you can see on the left, have projects and contracts, all of which push to our budget forecast. So the projects we'll talk about in a bit, and contracts are a manual piece that you can add if you want to include maybe your managed services contract, maybe you want to pull over and VoIP contract so that you could talk to your client. Even if you're not currently managing their VoIP provider, you could talk to them when it's about to expire first, you're providing them a full IT budget, and second, maybe you want to sell them into your, preferred VoIP process. So we include the individual assets that are needed to be replaced due to their end of life. With the budget forecast, we have lots of options that you can choose by asset category. That is how you set default costs to begin with. And you can report out by quarter, year, or month, up to 6 periods of those. So our typical clients send out a 6-quarter detail view, so it really lines out which assets are being replaced, as well as a 5-year view, so that you're projecting when those 2 servers are coming due, because that's going to be a much more expensive year. It changes the conversation, is much more strategic, and really what the executives want to hear about. All of that builds sort of the supporting documentation around a QBR, and we use our integrations to automate that as best as possible. We also have a full assessment platform. For assessments, we provide some managed templates, but we also allow you to customize, completely build your own assessment so that you can create an assessment event and score clients on any number of categories. So you have the ability to use red, yellow, green, again, to document at risk, needs attention. You could add public or private comments if you wanted to have some recommendations. So we recommend that if you've scored them red, that you give some feedback on what you would do to improve that. And you can always show previous responses so that you know where they were before. And if you had 4 previous responses, maybe they were green, then yellow, yellow, red, you could say, okay, we've seen a progression here. We really need to make an impact on that. The most popular format for the report for assessment is this one that gives you a cover page with all of the categories and an overview with an aggregated score. So we can see right away that hardware in this particular environment is a struggle. And as I scroll through to the next page, my hardware category is spelled out with each of the items that are on the assessment. So in terms of the executive in the company, it is very easy to see that the red is the problem and we need to really get the red out. The appendix of this report will actually allow you to aggregate across the report by color. So all of your red assessment items pull up at once. And if you had written any public comments, you could have them, they would feed right into here. And you can always type into the doc because it is a Word doc. So your recommendations that you typed in when you were giving the assessment or ones that you added afterwards, you can add right in the assessment report. The folks that really appreciate the connection between the business pain and the assets themselves, like what we can show in assessment analytics. 2 pieces. One, they always ask the question, right? How can I show my own value to the client? If you provide a baseline assessment, either pre-sales, because we can be used as a pre-sales tool, or at one business review projecting to the next business review, I can show the overall results from each assessment that really shows last time we talked, your asset health was at a 44 and now you're at a 76, or you're at a 44. We're proposing some projects that will move you to a 76. So you're really showing your value in a very simple format that tells them exactly how we're helping their technology be healthier. The other piece that you can do is now connect those business pain points, right? So these are the assessment items, the business pains, and I can create a project from that. So that will pull over the business pains and now let you link assets. So maybe all of those expired operating systems are causing those business pains. So I can select all of them, move them to the project, and now I've got my business pain aligned to the assets that we're going to replace. The customer cares about the business pains. You need to show how that connects to the project that you're proposing for them. So all of that sort of tells the story of what a business review looks like. And one of the items that's unique to Lifecycle Insights is our report builder. So the report builder will allow you to stack any of these components or multiples of these components in order to present your business review. Now you can always compile these as individual reports, or you can put them together to download at once or present. So now instead of having to move this to a PowerPoint, we have present mode that will allow you to click through your components. We allow you to upload agendas, executive summaries, and really click through all of the reports as well. The advantage of this is that you don't have to have individual sheets and that you've sent over. You can really scroll through as though you're live in the platform, but easily page through the pieces that you're most interested in viewing. So you can still edit the report on the fly, but you really are highlighting the views that you were most interested in seeing. So right now you're seeing all of the projects and other components that I had already talked about, but now pulled together in terms of we're presenting the assessment, and then we're really connecting that to the supporting documentation, etc. So those are most of the bells and whistles inside Lifecycle Insights. We really do give you a view into the schedule where you can assign your clients, whether they're going to be quarterly, annually, monthly, semi-annually, etc., because we want to give you insights into improving the technology conversation and strategic partnership you have with your clients. We're excited to get you started. Hope you enjoyed the demo. Thank you so much. Bye.